Hey everybody, ¿qué onda? Welcome back to another video. As you can tell, we are in a different background scenery, and that's because today we're gonna be cooking and I'm gonna show you guys an easy corn muffin recipe. You most likely have almost all of these things at home. You may not have like one or two things, but they're like not super crazy to find. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so to make corn muffins, you're going to need some cornmeal. So we got that. We're going to need 1 cup of it. So let me just pour that 1 cup out. Make sure you don't over add because it will mess up your recipe. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that in 2 seconds. Let me just pour this out here. Apparently my cup didn't fit inside my cornmeal bag, so I have to pour it out into it, which is a pain, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so what I mean by pouring out is you need to make sure this isn't overflowing. So see how I can literally bring my finger right over it and it's not spilling over? That's what you want. So we're gonna do 1 cup of that. Then we're gonna go in with 1 cup of flour. Luckily this one does fit in there, so I don't have to struggle too bad. If you need help with making sure excess doesn't come out, take a knife or something that's smooth and you're just gonna go over it. Make sure it doesn't fall all over, even though you're gonna make a mess anyway. So make sure you clean up after. And I think that it's goes without saying. I don't really think I need to tell you. Make sure you wash your hands before you start. Just FYI. Okay. So we're gonna do 1 cup of flour. Okay, now we're gonna do a 1/3 cup of white sugar. Yes, it does matter what sugar you use the right one. Okay, almost got that perfect. Okay, so that's 1/3 of sugar. Okay, and put that aside. Next, we're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That's why I wear a little apron, because I know I'm gonna get some all over myself. Baking powder is nice because it actually comes with a little thingy in it that helps you do that. So that's 1. That's 2. Okay, gonna put that aside. Now I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I'm very Mexican, so I have sea salt, not regular salt, but you can use regular salt. I don't really think that there's a difference. I've never tasted a difference, so we're good. Okay, that is all the dry ingredients. So you're gonna take all the dry ingredients and you're going to mix them. Now, I like to do everything by hand because I'm just weird like that. So I'm just going to take my little hand whisk right here and mix it all up. Make sure everything is incorporated. I did probably forget to mention, before you start, make sure you have your oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I'm super Mexican and my mom keeps pots and pans in the oven. So I have to either take everything out or I just use my little toaster oven. So I'm using my toaster oven today because I don't feel like taking everything out of my stove just for the muffins. Now this recipe yields exactly, and I literally mean exactly, 12 muffins. So if you want to do more than that, just double the recipe, double, triple, whatever you want to do, so you can get more. Now, all incorporated, it's gonna look like that, okay? Now we're gonna go in with our wet ingredients. Now, always crack an egg in a little cup before we're gonna beat it right now. Always crack it in a little cup before you put it in to your little bowl where you're mixing everything. And that's because sometimes it hasn't really happened, but you might get a bad egg, and if you poured it directly into your bowl, you most likely now have to throw the whole thing out, and we're not trying to throw everything out, so just be mindful of that. Now you're gonna take one egg and you're gonna beat it, so that's what I'm doing right now, right here. Meanwhile, I'm beating this egg. I do already have my wet ingredients. I have that already measured out. So we're gonna do, as I'm talking and beating this, we're going to pour in exactly 1 cup of milk straight into the dry ingredients. Okay. Then we're going to do exactly, it is 1/4 cup of, and that is canola oil. Okay. Now the things that I assume that you might not have at home is maybe the canola oil, because I feel like most people just kind of stick to one type of oil, but it's always good to have multiple oils, because multiple oils will serve different purposes. Some are better for baking, some are better for cooking, some are better for specific items that you're cooking, so just kind of go from there. So those 2 are in there. So now I'm going to take my egg that I beat, throw that in there too. Okay, that's in there, all that good stuff. I'm gonna put this aside. Okay, now we're gonna take our bowl and mix everything together. Now this is the only part that might take like a little bit of work, because since I'm doing it by hand, it might take a little bit longer, but I like to do it by hand because I like to see if there's any spots missing, and I feel like I have a little bit of a better hold on it when I do mix it. And it's also like an exercise, especially now that like all we do is sit at home and stuff. And at my job, I literally just sit at a computer at a desk all day, so it's a good little workout. Okay, make sure you get all those edges. Okay, once you feel like it's all incorporated, there's absolutely 0 lumps in your mixture, just always do a double peek. Okay, I feel like I'm pretty good here. I like to do this to my whisk so all my little excess just kind of falls off. Now, I'm gonna put this inside one of my little cups just so it won't fall on my whisk in case I might need it. And you can either have your baking, your little muffin tins, either what's the word? The little like oil you spray on it, like you know what I'm talking about. Or you can use little cups. I like to use a little, they're a little chafita because they're from Walmart. The little cupcake liners. That's what I use because I feel like it's easier. Now what I like to do is I like to take an ice cream scooper and scoop out my mixture to then put it in the tin. Now corn muffins really don't rise much, so you have to make sure when you're putting the mixture in your tins here that they are filled to the right amount. And usually it really does depend on your oven, but most things it should take around like 15 to 20 minutes, but we do know that some ovens are a little bit better than others. So I would honestly base that off of your oven and its capacity, wattage, all that, whatever stuff. Only because if you, it's not, I mean, obviously you'll burn them, but if you overcook your muffins, they will stick to the bottom of the liner, and then it'll just be a little bit harder for you to like take off. So that's the only downside to that. So I'm over here still filling my muffin mix, corn muffin mix. Gotta make sure I get that to the right amount. I can hear my little toaster oven ready to go for once we finish filling this. Now, if you don't feel like waiting for this to like finish dripping because you just want to do it faster, just swipe it on the end here of the bowl so it can go back into the bowl and then go into that muffin liner. But I'm not kidding when I say this is literally exactly 12. Like, I promise you, you won't get one extra out of it. Like, sometimes in cupcakes, you can get a little bit extra out of it. Not these, ma'am. Not these. I promise. Promise you. Also, since I am doing this in my toaster oven, I have to do them one at a time. One little 6 muffin tin pan at a time, but that's fine. It's fine. Don't get mad at it. Just do your thing. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to finish up here, throw them in the oven, and then I will come back with the final result. Okay, everybody, I'm back with the final result right here for you guys. Nice and fresh, right out of the oven. Now I'm gonna show you guys the bottom. See how this bottom is not super dark? I don't know if you can tell. If it were super dark, you wouldn't be able to peel it super nice as I'm doing right now, and it wouldn't literally, look at that. Do you guys see it's peeling off clean? That's because we didn't overcook them. And now I literally just took these out, so they're super hot. You can dig in. So good. These are perfect for like, just have them in a little spot covered up for when you have to run out real quick in the morning. If you need something just to eat for breakfast, grab it and go. Or you could even cut it up, warm it up a little bit in the toaster oven again, put a little bit of butter, have that melt and eat it like that. Also a good breakfast option. But you know, I just had to show you guys how to do a little something pa que vean. Your girl has many talents. But if you guys liked this video, I'm thinking about doing a lot more baking stuff coming up next. I am thinking about maybe doing some stuff with my Ninja Foodie Deluxe 9-in-1 big pot. Thinking about maybe doing some stuff there too. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And try out the corn muffin recipe. See if you like it. See if it comes out exactly like mine. Maybe not exactly like mine, but you know, they're too cute and they're really good, and I'm sure they are a crowd pleaser because in my house I know that they definitely are. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.